From FortFrye High School in Beverly, it's the Monroe Central Seminoles and the FortFrye Cadets. Dale, on a very threatening night, we see a nice turnout once again over across the way of Seminole fans.
Certainly do, and we're talking on the way down. You know, this is either the third week in a row that we've had rain, you know, and two of them, rain has cleared up right at game time. So, you know, there's no rain on Coach Acosta Fields. But this should be a good contest. FortFrye coming in with a 2-2 record, and of course the Knowles with a 4-0. And always when you come to FortFrye, you expect big action. You know, they're hard hitters, big running backs, and this should be an interesting game.
Well, you know, you talked about the weather. You remember about 3 weeks ago down at Shadyside, I know most of the fans that time hoped that there would be some rain and wind to kind of hold down the Shadyside passing attack. But today, I think all the Seminole people, you know, are hoping for no rain, you know, because I know Coach Acosta wants to try a few things, you know, put the ball in the air and do some those types of things.
Hopefully a few new wrinkles he was talking about on the show last night. So the Knowles they've won the toss and they're going to receive, so we're going to get first possession here, and we'll see what Coach Acosta has in store for the cadets of FortFrye High School.
Big number 14, Dustin Handshoemaker, 6'4", 210 pounds. We'll see a lot of him both sides of the ball. He'll be kicking off.
He's kind of their big man all the way around.
And it's a high kick over a little bit left. Kramer about his own 11-yard line. Tries to get outside and over near the sideline, battling,
still on his feet.
Finally pulled down
looks
about
like Handshoemaker. And number 32, Quimby.
At the 27-yard line for the Seminoles, and we'll see, you know, once again, Monroe Central in possession first. I believe that may be every week so far we've had the first possession. Kramer will be at quarterback, and usual cast with him, we believe. A couple guys, you know, a little bit banged up, but, you know, once it comes game time, you know, take a lot to get them out of there. We notice that Will Weddle still is not in the offensive set at this point in time, with Jones at fullback and Trigg the tailback. Kramer under center. He wants to throw on the first play. Going across the middle and incomplete. Trying to hit the slot back, 32 Ludwig.
Number 19, I believe, had a finger in there. Stingle, Jason Stingle, 6'2", 172-pound senior.
Looked like connections were going to be made, and I believe Stengel may have gotten a finger on it just to change the flight of the ball. Second down and 10. And we can look for the Seminoles to put the ball up. As Coach talked on the Thursday night show, FortFrye is going to put a lot of people up near the ball, try to stop your run with the theory that we can get to you before you can throw it.
They're coming with a four-man front, and
we have twins to both sides.
Kramer back
deep
in the
snap
shotgun.
To Kramer, he's going long. Down the middle and intercepted.
Number 1, Anthony Warren.
He's got some running room up the sideline to the 40.
He's cutting it back through the middle.
And he'll be hit by Kramer at about the 26-yard line. But a pretty nice return by number 1, Anthony Warren. He'll get about 30, 35 yards on that return. So as what happened last week against Caldwell, second play of the game results in an overthrown pass and an interception.
And
so FortFrye in good shape.
They're in possession of the ball here, and great field position for them if you're a Cadet fan.
Yeah, we've played just 29 seconds and FortFrye's in business.
And number 1 who had that interception, he's their quarterback, Warren, and he's under center.
Twins to the left, they'll give to the tailback. And Schwedeman.
Number 25, 6', 185-pound senior. Weddle, I believe, won him on the tackle.
Some very large young men out there for this FortFrye team. You know, and their physical size is definitely the biggest opposition we have seen so far this year.
They can punish you from the running positions, and they picked up 5, I believe, on that. Going to bring up 2nd and 5, 11:01.
They'll send receivers to both sides. They'll give once again.
Swindeman again.
Swindeman.
Got some room, and that's Ludwig, I believe, number 32 on the stop. But not before a first down.
I know Coach has mentioned this week too, the difficulty that the defenders have had in making the tackle, and against big backs like FortFrye has, if some people don't do a better job of tackling, it could be a difficult night. And you definitely, don't want to see them get on the board first. But thus far, we see the one back we look for, Hand Shoemaker, on the sidelines, and 25 Schwindeman gets it for the third straight time.
Again, and he's got room.
Going to be in the end zone.
And he's in.
And that's an early touchdown. 13-yard run for number 25, Jesse Schwindeman. And the Cadets, as 10:36 on the clock, are on the board in a hurry.
As Schwindeman there was literally untouched. Had some good blocking up front, and he had a big hole standing up through.
But whatever work that the Seminoles did this week on tackling was not apparent on the first 3 plays, because Schwindeman had huge gains on each play and covers about 27 yards and 3 totes, the last 13 giving him a touchdown. Warren will hold their quarterback and Hand Shoemaker, and we've got a flag down, as it took an awfully long time for Dustin Hand Shoemaker to get his kicking shoe ready to go. So a delay of game will force him to kick the ball from 25 yards out as they attempt this extra point. And the Cadets really didn't seem to be too concerned about that. They were willing to take the 5-yard penalty rather than spend a timeout. Snaps a little bit high, but the kick is down and right through there.
Right through.
5 yards made no difference. So still 10:36 on the clock in the first period, and FortFrye out to a 7-0 lead.
Well, Coach, this is one of those deals where this is an area where the Noles have not been this much ever. They come down and real quickly here in just a matter of a minute so, down 7-0, so we'll see how they react.
Well, we hesitate to make comparisons, Dale, but, especially to this team, to the team of the last couple of years. But 2 years ago down here, similar situation where FortFrye scored first early in the first period to take a 7-0 lead, and it was right the closing moments of the first half before Monroe Central was able to take a lead, and led 13-7 at the halftime, and then went on to win that game.
Well, we'll see how Coach Sagosta plays this. I'm sure he'll come right back out with his game plan. A lot of confidence in Kramer. Kramer's done a fabulous job all year. One of those deals where the ball just a little underthrown. Warren picking it off and putting him in scoring position. So for the second time, we'll see what happens.
Kramer is deep along with Trigg and Jones. Hand Shoemaker will ready for the kickoff.
Hand Shoemaker, a big kid, 6'4", 210 pounds, a senior.
That's a line drive kick, which Kramer will take at his own 9. Coming up the middle, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Straight up the middle behind some blocks, picking up a few.
Looks like 54 Witten, along with 19 Stengel, and on the tackle for FortFrye. So we'll see if we can't get something going. First possession and completion and interception, 2 passing plays.
A nice evening again, with the rain holding off. It's not cool, it's just kind of comfortable right now. I'm sure as the evening goes on a little cooler, but I'm sure it's warm down on the field. FortFrye bringing
slot left.
Hand off Jones. To the side, Jones, and he's met head on.
About 5 yards though. I see Hand Shoemaker.
Hand Shoemaker along with 54.
Stengel 19,
and also Witten, I believe.
And we'll see number 14, Hand Shoemaker, quite a bit tonight. He's all over the place. It's not unusual to see him in on 15 to 20 tackles most nights.
Yeah, that's a name you're going to be speaking a lot this evening. Big kid, a senior, depending on a lot for this team. As they're in charge here with 7-0, 9:56.
The pickup of 5 yards for Josh Jones on that first down carry. Kramer to keep. Trying to get outside, and a shoestring tackle at the 35-yard line by number 81, I believe.
That'd be Tom Anderson, I believe.
He's a defensive end on the far side for the Cadets.
He's only a sophomore, 6'1", 170 pounds.
That'll be third and about 2.5.
That was one of those plays where it looked like Eric was going to have some room, but as you said, just caught him by the shoestring. Wide to this side, I believe Justin Friday. I believe that's 85.
Kramer pitches. Trigg gets outside, has his first down and more. across the 45 to the 48-yard line. The option play. And we've talked before about teams probably going to send somebody on Kramer making pitch. And that time they did that. Trigg took the pitch a little bit high and gets the first down. First down of the evening for Monroe Central.
Robbie does a good job bringing that ball down. You know, he's got good hands. Last week he had one that was a kind of a high pitch. Number 33, Meisel on the stop. I believe Mizel, M-I-S-E-L. 5'10", 171 pounds, sophomore, but not before a good gain.
About 12 yards for Trigg. First down, Monroe Central. We have the pro formation. Kramer drops straight back to throw. Quick out. Incomplete.
Just a little long.
Intended for Nippert on the far side.
Nippert had broke to the outside, and he was open. Just thrown a little long. Coverage over there by number 32, Quimby.
And I don't know, just looking at the tail end of that play, the tight end, John Shoemaker, looked like he may have been able to get down the field a little bit uncontested. So I'm sure Coach Shoemaker and Coach Briggs upstairs on the far side picked that up. And we get twins left, or twins right and trips left. Kramer by himself in the backfield, and he'll take the direct snap on 2nd and 10. And he'll run.
He's gonna tuck it. He's got some room.
He's across midfield to the 45 and out of bounds.
41, Justin Baker.
6 yards, maybe 7 yards by Kramer. That's something. That's something that when FortFrye puts all those people up there, and then they have to bunch their people out then to both sides because of the wide receivers. Kramer able to run that little draw play. That was a design draw, I believe, not a passing play. And he picked up about 7 yards to the 44-yard line of FortFrye territory. 3rd down and a short 3.
John Cecil into the ball game with the play. The 8:47 mark. 7-0, the Cadets.
Power eye in the backfield. Both ends are tight. Option. Pitch to Trigg. This time nothing going. A loss of some 4 yards.
Hit first there by Warren, along with 33, Nathan Mizel, and others.
Again, the Cadets, a lot of people up, and they gambled that time, and gambled correctly, and there were just more defenders over there than there were blockers, and Kramer couldn't keep it, had to pitch it, and Trigg had nowhere to go. So at the loss back to the 48-yard line.
Warren will be back.
Kramer to kick.
He'll receive. He's going to be standing about on his own.
A high kick over toward the left side. Warren will catch it and fumble it about the 12, and then just cover it.
Down about the 12, 13-yard line.
Call that a 35-yard punt. And Eric has done a real fine job punting this year and has got numerous kicks of 45, 50 yards plus off. So FortFrye defense holds with that 7-0 lead, and he'll take over for their second possession, but not in nearly as good a field position as we saw them in a few moments ago.
Defense back on the field again, and there's some big boys on their front line. Number 79, their co-captain Jerry Carpenter, 6'2", 275-pound, a tackle.
They'll give the tailback, Schwindeman, once again.
And he picks up some good yardage, possibly 3.
Looks like Shoemaker, Demmerling, and probably Jones.
Knowlton possibly on the bottom of that.
2-yard pickup to 2nd down and 8 just across the 15. Let's call it the 16-yard line. And we see that Weddle, is in defensively, as was the case last week, playing on defense, but thus far not on offense.
Handoff again.
And we shoot a gap
field
and hit.
I couldn't see who shot through that time. I didn't pick it up at all.
I tried to look down at the monitor here, but I lost sight of the play. Denny Knowlton.
Give Knowlton it looked like the position that Knowlton, Knowlton, 74.
Loss of a yard, 3rd and 9. This is a situation you like to put the Cadets in, at 3rd and long situation. They'll send the receivers right and left.
41 to this side, Justin Baker.
And they'll give to Swindeman again.
Straight up.
And he's hit by Shoemaker. Not much.
Nothing going. And it's bring up a big 4th down.
It's been the case most of the year, even in situations that you would think would be passing situations. FortFrye plays it very close to the vest. They'll punt it away. They'll be willing to get into exchange of punts. As even last week when they were trailing at Zanesville Rosecrans, they only threw the ball 3 or 4 times. I think, less than 12 passing attempts by Warren in 4 games total.
Well, we should get the ball in fairly good position here.
And Shoemaker to punt. We have a whistle to kill the play. The punt was a little bit short, but a whistle prior to the snap. And encouragement penalty against the offense, or offsides.
Offside, so
someone lining up in the neutral zone. I didn't see any movement. That usually would be an illegal procedure, so that usually indicates someone lined up in the neutral zone.
So they're even going to be deeper. Hopefully get this in even better position, as that time the kick was short.
Put the ball at the 10-yard line. Kramer and Jones. This kick is much better. It's a very high kick. Jones back in midfield, fumbling the football and able to get back on it himself at his own 47-yard line.
As I believe he just heard the footprints, able to drop on it, but
a much better punt by Shoemaker. That'll be about a 43-yard punt with no return. And again, if you can kick the ball like that, that can be why their coaching staff, Coach Bidwell, is willing to get into a punting game. And with each exchange, you think you're going to pick up some yardage. But not bad field position by the Seminoles.
46-yard line. 6:01 in this first quarter.
Second back,
man. Trigg, nothing going. He's caught from behind. Not sure of the number. Baker, they're giving credit.
Number 41, the defensive back on the far side. And again, those defensive backs will slant down in there pretty hard. And they play run first and pass second.
No gain. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Where they placed the ball almost looked like it could have lost a little.
Again, Kramer back in the shotgun formation with
the last
trips
time
right.
He ran. We'll see which way it goes with this time.
Twins left. Direct snap to Kramer. He'll step away. Again, away from another man.
Ooh.
And out of bounds, and a lot of late activity over on the sideline. Just shy of the first down. And I'd taken my eyes off the play, looking at a block that was thrown back behind there to make sure that a flag was not thrown for a clipping penalty, and really didn't see the activity over on the sideline. I saw the reaction of the coaching staff over there, though, on that. They must have felt there was a little bit extra.
Well, that definitely looked bad, but you never know whether the kids' momentum took them out of bounds or a late hit.
Yeah, momentum a lot of times can carry the play out of bounds, and there's no intent to man at all. 8-yard pickup, 3rd and 2 now at the 46-yard line.
Down here.
Seminoles call timeout.
With the timeout, let's go ahead and take a timeout here, and we'll be right back for exciting action.
Also this week, the AFC Champ Steelers host the Houston Oilers.
As time passes, your needs change. Woodsfield Savings and Loan has changed to meet those needs. At the Woodsfield Savings Bank, we know your schedule requires a drive-through and night deposit box. You want convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. At our new location on State Route 78, we want to meet your needs for a home mortgage, car loan, checking, and savings account. Our name and location have changed, but we're still here to serve our community and to help you to grow. The Woodsfield Savings Bank.
Well, Coach, we'll bring it back in here at 5:09. We're still 7-0 Cadets lead. Timeout there. I don't know whether Coach saw something. Quick timeout called all over the field. This is a big first down, or 3rd down play. You know, we want to get this first down and get new life here with 5:09. Like to put a score on.
That's for sure. And the timeout signal, I don't know, maybe this, the receiver on this side, who I believe was Justin Friday, was one of the people signaling timeouts, whether he heard the call from the sideline or what exactly happened there, but it's a very quick timeout. We see Nippert now wide to this right side. Kramer trying to keep, and
not going to be
much.
He may get back to the original line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He'll struggle as they tried to run the keeper away from the flow, and not fooled was number 54, I believe, Tom Witten. He was one of the linebackers who seems to be shooting through there quite often in the early portion of this first quarter. So
several blue jerseys there helping out as, again, we're going to be back and punt.
4th and 2. Kramer to punt. Warren deep at the 20. I think he's going to be willing to let this ball go over his head. Kramer's kick is high. Warren will signal fair catch and make that fair catch at the 11-yard line. He may have been better off there to let that ball go and roll into the end zone. However, you take the chance of the ball rolling down in there.
To the 1-yard line and stop
So
him.
he made the fair catch, and it almost looked as if they really weren't interested in returning the ball. He was going to make that fair catch and just, do nothing fancy. So that's where FortFrye takes over their own 10-yard line now. 4:28 remaining in period number 1 for their 3rd possession. Quite a few possessions in the early going. They'll give to the workhorse, Schwindeman.
Off tackle right, Schwindeman, and
near 5 yards.
Boer, Knowlton, possibly Shoemaker. Several white jerseys. Looks like 2nd and 6. They're giving him a gain of 4.
From our spot here in the press box, we're very high and an awfully long way from the field, so it's just a little bit hard to see exactly what's going on down there. Here's Hand Shoemaker. And the ball's loose. Picked up by number 88, Jesse Nippert. And for a moment, I think Jesse had visions of picking that baby up and going to the end zone.
Scared me to death that Jesse was going to pick it up and drop it right there.
But a big hit on this side by, again, I couldn't tell for sure. It may have been Kramer. But the ball went loose and rolling.
Probably on this side it would have been, but
and Nippert made the recovery. And the Seminoles now with their best field position at the FortFrye 14-yard line.
See if we can't trade favors here as we'll have the ball in good field position.
Kramer to throw. He's going toward the end zone. Overthrow.
Warren on the coverage and Nippert, the intended receiver.
Bringing the flow a little bit right, trying to make the long cross-field pass, but with Kramer's strong arm for Nippert.
Just off the fingertips, just a little bit too high.
Jesse got the backpedaling there and not able to make the play. And I'm not sure that we've made connection on a passing attempt thus far. 2nd down now and 10 as we get the strength of the formation to the left.
So you can see we have kind of an odd angle here on it in the picture. We're up high.
A little bit high snap. Kramer, there's the throw out of the backfield to Trigg. That's going to be a
nice
first down at
Good job,
the 4-yard line. I may have spoken too quickly, but I believe Trigg has the first down, and that's a play we saw on a 4th down situation last week out of that formation with trips to the left. You run the 2 wide receivers back across the middle and slide Trigg out into the flat, and that's very difficult to cover.
Yes, it is. Anthony Warren on the stop there, stopping him, but not before the first down, and this will be 1st and goal. 3-yard line.
John Cecil in with the play. First down and goal, as you say, Dale, from the 3-yard line.
And 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Need to push this one in.
I know Coach would like to get Trigg out there to receive the ball a lot more, but he had to go to tailback. Kramer, touchdown.
I believe he's in there.
3-yard touchdown run. Eric Kramer. 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in period number 1.
Again, nothing fancy. Kramer, he just continually does it and does it. He saw the hole, stepped up, and he has the score here.
Tucker Roberts on to snap. Kramer to hold. Daniel Cole will attempt the tying extra
Daniel
point.
has sure been looking good these last few weeks. Hopefully he can continue this success.
The tying point, the snap is down, the kick is up.
Looks good.
Ball went straight down the middle, right on, and just like that, the teams have scored after a trade of turnovers and 3:11 remaining in period number 1. We're tied 7-all.
You've known that Woodsfield Ashland sells 100% pure gasoline, diesel fuel, and kerosene. And you know about the 27 flavors of Kirk's ice cream and that you could call ahead to order great pizza to eat before or after the game. And last year we told you about those fabulous hamburgers cooked in just 45 seconds and about Southern shaved ice in lots of flavors. But now they serve French fries, onion rings, cheese sticks, pizza by the slice, and lots more in a hot air oven. No deep frying. It tastes so good. Don't tell the kids it's healthy. Hungry? Call Ashland. They're open till 11:30 Monday through Saturday till 10 on Sunday.
Daniel Cole will prepare to kick off. Anthony Warren, number 1, deep in the middle, along with up in front of him, number 14, Hand Shoemaker, and number 41, Baker.
Well, Coach, I'm sure glad you have that mic around your head there, because I had papers in one hand, pencil in another. I was really an awful mess.
Once again, as we are most weeks when we go on the road, we're kind of jammed in there with everything.
Even a little more so tonight. We have a little place here about 6 foot. They say we're going to put 4 cameras, but we got 2 here. Picture's kind of lopsided, but I think we can see it. Warren.
High kick to the 10-yard line. Warren takes it, and Kramer makes the play over at the 25-yard line.
Just like a cat. He just kind of sets back and springs, knocks him down, and they'll put this ball on the... They're going to put it 24, 25.
Well, both teams with a turnover here in the first period that has set the other guy up in good field position, and both offensive has taken advantage of the other team's mistakes for a touchdown apiece. So maybe we can settle down now into some mistake-free, hard-hitting football. 25-yard line for the Cadets.
43, and I don't have a 43 on my roster. Quick handoff.
That's Swindeman again. He's going to be driven back.
Hannes
on top and Demmerling.
Underneath looks like possibly Boer. Second down. They may have given him 1.
If I can catch the attention for somebody down at the other end there, we'll try to see who number 43 is.
I guess I wasn't paying close attention, but...
Second down and 9 after a pickup of a yard.
And we still have 2 minutes and a half remaining in the first quarter as it has kind of going slow.
Swindeman outside. That may be Boer. He had a hold of him, and Kramer comes up and makes a hit. But Jamie Boer had a hold of him and kind of stopped the play. And I'm not sure who the young man is there at the fullback position, but you can see where he's lined up only about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And that may be a converted lineman who's there for only blocking purposes. Because number 38, their usual fullback, McLaughlin, has been out and in a couple times. Anyway, it's 3rd and 8 after another 1-yard pickup. And Warren will pitch to Swindeman.
Swindeman again.
Not much room. Shoemaker will make the play. Trigg also in the neighborhood to help out. And another yard possibly at best. And 4th down. And the Cadets, again, content to run 3 plays and kick it away. When you have a couple of big backs and big linemen like that, even though it may look conservative, a play like that can go for some big yardage.
Well, and then I think their kind of theory is as the night goes on, they'll wear you down and wear you down. Beating on big bodies like that, gets tiresome. But they're going to kick this away with 1:19 up.
Not quite as good a kick this time. The ball's going to hit and roll near the sideline and stay in bounds and be down at the 32-yard line.
Pretty good kick.
Again, with the roll, that ball kind of floated on me there and was a little bit better than I first thought. That's a little better than a 40-yard kick, once again, by Hand Shoemaker. And that's, as we've said before, if you can get 30-yard area plus in high school ball, you're doing a pretty nice job. And that's 2 40-yard plus kicks by the Cadets thus far.
Well, pretty good position here on the 32-yard line, 1:08. And Kramer will set the offense and see what we can do.
Cadets not quite as tight now in their 4-4 alignment. That's Trigg.
Quick hit.
And he'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage. And just not quite getting into the hole, and then I'm not real sure that there was much of a hole there.
Stengel and Baker on the stop. As they were hit quick, he was hit quick, almost as quick as the ball got there.
But again, that's what you look for from an aggressive defensive unit like the Cadets. They have a lot of people up there, and they'll make a lot of plays like that for no yards or maybe a loss of a yard. Looks like he put that ball just back at about the line of scrimmage, no gain. Here's the strength formation again to the left, the single wing with trips.
Kramer looking.
Throw it out here to Jones, off his hands, incomplete.
Warren on the coverage.
So there's an example right there, Dale, after that play was over, of number 1 Warren coming up there and really slowing up, and there was a little bit of a bump there, and Josh fell down, and the fans over there, of course, always yelling, there's no intent there, and he was trying to hold up, and probably as much as Jones stumbling, as much as the contact, made that look a lot worse than it was.
22 seconds. Again, 3rd and 10.
But again, a ball just off the receiver's hands, and the weather conditions should be no factor. We've not had any rain.
Field looks in real good
field
condition.
is fine. I talked to a gentleman down there earlier, just off and on showers today. Field's in real nice shape. We're back under center with Kramer, and backs in the eye. Kramer drops the throw. Screen pass to Jones.
He's got some blockers.
He gets a block up the head. He'll get the first down. He'll be hit hard.
Big hit.
Number 54 made the big contact there. Witten called his name a lot already this evening, but a very well-designed play and a couple blocks out there. Jones going to pick up about 13, let's call it 14 yards, and it's a first down out near the 45-yard line. Clock running inside 10 seconds.
Pretty much. Witten is he's a junior, 6 foot, 205 pounds, laying a hit on Josh.
But the big first down on the screen pass as we have reached the end of period number 1. Monroe Central 7, FortFrye 7.
As always, Woodsfield True Value has lots of things on sale for fall cleanup. Stop in today to check out the bargains. While you're there, see their new display of kitchen and bath cabinetry, vanities, sinks, and countertops. Save up to 65% off the suggested list price of selected styles of cabinets. Choose from white laminate, oak, hickory, cherry, or maple wood, and choose from a variety of styles and materials in vanities and countertops. At Woodsfield True Value, help with your new kitchen or bath is just around the corner.
A good football team works together, helping each other to do their best.
A good insurance company works together too, showing you the best coverage for you and your family.
A winning football team shares the glory. The running back needs those blockers to make that long run to the end zone.
A winning insurance agency represents several companies, so you have personally designed coverage to take you wherever you need to go.
The Monroe Central Seminoles have a winning tradition.
And F.W. Shoemaker has a winning tradition of service, integrity, and customer satisfaction.
2 local traditions that keep on going.
Well, during that break, Dale, we solved one mystery. The number 43, a fullback, is listed in the program as number 68, Donald Hopp, 5'11", 260-pounder, and there for blocking purposes. First down, Monroe Central. Kramer gives the second back, Trigg.
Trigg's still pushing forward. They're going to blow it dead. Possibly 3 yards, a long 3. Stingle.
Probably about 3 yards there. Hand Shoemaker, or make that Stingle.
Hobb, Donald Hobb, 5'11", 260 pounds. I say he should be able to block somebody.
Second down and 7.
Second 7, Seminoles.
47-yard line. Slot
to the right. Some movement, but nothing in the zone there. Now we get a flag.
Got flags on the play and whistles on the play.
And we'll see what this is. Line judge on the far side with the call. And he's calling dead ball encroachment against the defense. So 5 yards there will bring up a second and about 2.
Yeah, big difference there. Second and 2, total different situation, 11-19.
You can do several things now in that second and 2 that you might not be willing to do in second and 7. Same formation, slot eye right. Kramer keeps.
Kramer options,
running room.
It up. He
Takes
has
a couple
down
tackles.
More. Second effort, number 75. Thomas Ball, 6 foot, 180 pounds, senior.
Kramer inside the 40 near the 38-yard line. And it is a first down. There seem to be getting some movement of the offense now and some yardage. And things looking a little better after that early turnover, which put us in a 7-point hole. First down on the carry by Kramer. We get a slot eye left. Kramer to throw. Pump fake. He comes underneath receiver.
Warren.
That's Ludwig. As you say, Warren with the big hit.
He was there quick.
Maybe a yard pickup by Ludwig.
Ludwig doing a good job holding on to the ball.
Kramer gives the pump fake and looking at Nippert going long. Was not there and went to his second receiver underneath, which was Ludwig. About a yard pickup for 2nd and 9. Ten minutes before half. Ball on the 36-yard line. Kramer pitches.
Trigg, nothing. Early pitch that time, and the defense was waiting.
That's going to lose back to about the original line of scrimmage. Kramer pitching that ball very quickly.
Shoemaker won along with several others.
So bring it back at 3rd and about 10 at the 37. Almost far enough back to call it the 38-yard line.
And the Cadets are bringing it. They've got everybody up.
10 people up. Now some of them drop back in coverage. There's Trigg out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line.
4th down area here is going to be 4th and,
Ball's going to be about the 31-yard line.
Possibly 4.
That's called 4th and 4, but again, you're doing the position of the field where you're going to go for it probably anyway, so you pick up about half or a little more than half on one play. Now at 4th and 4, well, Kramer has dropped back into punt formation.
We'll see what he's going to do here.
And I'm sure there's no one deep for FortFrye. They don't believe he's going to kick it.
But he is.
And he's kicking it toward the sideline, and he'll miss the corner. He'll miss the corner. He's aiming toward that right side, but didn't get it. So FortFrye at the 20-yard line. In a 7-7 ball game, you take that game, but you can pin them down inside the 10. Just didn't execute it as well as you would hope. Now that
hung to the inside, so you're back at the 20-yard line, but you still have them deep.
Now if that didn't work, you might say, well, we should have went for it and that, but you're still at the 20-yard line, and your defense has played well the last several possessions.
It's always easy for me when I'm sitting in front of the TV with popping potato chips. I can see those. Hand off.
That's tailback Schwendeman, I believe, once again. Demmerling on the tackle. Weddle also there along with Knowlton.
I believe that was McLaughlin. McLaughlin, number 38, the fullback, 6 foot, 225 pound, a senior, big boy.
They're now lining McLaughlin up at the tailback, and we've still not seen Shoemaker on offense. So may have to ask a couple questions at halftime about that situation.
Hobb, very close to the line. Hand off on that left
McLaughlin
side, nothing
again.
there.
I see Shoemaker there. I see Demmerling. I see Knowlton.
Commonly called Schumacher.
Shoemaker, Hand Schumacher. Take your pick.
Yeah. He says, as long as they call my name, I'm doing well, it doesn't matter.
3rd down and 6. The ball at the 24-yard line.
Like to get a big stop here and get possession of the ball again before the half with lots of time. McLaughlin,
and he may have his first down. He's across the 30, and it will be a first down for FortFrye.
As a good example of the just bullying his way through. First down. McLaughlin, quite a load to bring down, that 225 pound.
That may be the first Cadet first down since the opening drive, when they picked up one first down, I believe, before their touchdown. Again, they send one receiver flanked wide to the left and give it to the tailback, as they've done on almost every play. And nothing. He's stacked up by a bunch of people.
Dimmerling on the tackle for the Monroe Central Seminoles.
Dimmerling, and the bottom was going to be Knowlton.
I think every running play they've used has been a tailback. It's just been a different kid carrying the ball. They've used 3 different carriers from there. We saw Hand Shoemaker for one play, and he fumbled. And maybe that has something to do with him not being there previously or being there since. But it's 2nd and 9. We get a pro set. Backs in the eye.
It'll come this side.
And Hand Shoemaker again. It looked like he may have moved. The ball's loose, but it would. Yes, it was down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 or 3.
Long 2.
Looks like some movement in the backfield there by the tailback, but as long as his movement is not forward and is simulating a snap, he's okay. So we'll be 3rd, and that's called a long 2. The ball at the 38-yard line.
Still have over 6 minutes, 6:09.
There's McLaughlin, and he's hit and hit.
And he's going to fall
finally
forward. I don't know.
Pulled down, but he may have the
He
first
may
down.
have it, depending on where they put the ball, but it looks like it's a pretty positive.
He does have the first down. Again, a couple people had a crack at him in the backfield and just not able. That's a big ball carrier.
That sure is.
And
225
tough to bring
pounds
down.
to bring down. Is,
tough to wrap him up.
And his forward just falling forward.
So first down, FortFrye. Again, both ends are in tight with a wing back. They'll pitch to the tailback, McLaughlin. And he'll get a couple.
Met quickly, but
On the left side, John Shoemaker on the tackle for Monroe Central.
Shoemaker and Hannes.
Hannes.
Number 72, Sam Hannes.
We see Hannes leaving the field.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Tom Jones replaces him, number 70. At that tackle spot on the right side. Three-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7.
handoff again, McLaughlin.
And he'll get
And
3.
we have a
Another
shoelace
3.
as he comes across, but he picks up 2 or 3 yards. Dimmerling may have had a hold of his ankle as he went through, but again, 2 or 3 yards and a cloud of dust on a rainy field.
3rd down and 4.
Hand Shoemaker, number 14, checks in. And one of the halfbacks. Both ends are tight. They're in a wishbone type formation in the backfield. And Warren
Making, he's looking to
wants to
throw,
throw
and
is hit and finally will be dropped
he'll be dropped.
for a loss. That's Knowlton, I believe, on top of him.
Big loss there.
Dimmerling and Jones kind of flushed him out of what he was trying to do there, and Knowlton in and covered him
Good
and dropped
coverage
him.
deep as there's no one open, and he had to just eat the ball. It's going to be fourth and long, 4th and 6, 7.
The first attempt at a pass, and we still have not had a pass, since that will go as a negative yardage running play. Snaps a little high back to Hand Shoemaker, and this kick's not
high.
nearly as good. It's very short, very near hitting one of the up receivers, Trigg, who was blocking and didn't know where the ball was. He was concentrating on his block, but the ball will be down at the 30-yard line. Only about a 25-yard punt that time by Hand Shoemaker.
Next week, the cadets will celebrate homecoming, and all the past homecoming queens are invited to attend, have been invited to attend the game next Friday against
3:48 before halftime.
at 7:30.
The Seminoles will have 2 timeouts remaining, I believe, as they try to negotiate this 70 yards and get on the board before halftime. And give to Jones.
Jones
Still on his feet. Maybe a yard across the 30.
not much there.
And Shoemaker and Meisel and Kern. and Tony Ball.
Meisel 33, first to get up out of there, and they gave credit to Kern.
No gain. 2nd down and 10. The rest
Possibly
of
a
the
short
Central
foot.
30.
3 minutes, 20 seconds, 7-7.
Slot eye right. on this 2nd and 9. Kramer, quick out, complete. And a short pickup.
And Shoemaker.
Friday was the receiver. He'll get a couple of yards out to the 33-yard line.
Number 41.
3rd down and 6. The ball on the goal, 34. Halftime, both schools' bands will be performing, so please stick around for your fine halftime entertainment tonight.
We get a wing formation to the right. Kramer wants to throw. He's under pressure. Throws it up for grabs.
Oh.
Incomplete. The ball hit
out of the hands of 33, Meisel.
Ball, Kramer just unloading in a hurry. The ball hit Meisel right in the hands. And I'm not sure that he even knew the ball was there until it hit his hands. That goes an incomplete pass. And very lucky now that for Kramer that he's able to get a chance to kick this ball away, rather than turning the ball over with 2.5 minutes remaining in their own territory. Hopefully Eric can get this ball out of there. Warren is deep. Line of scrimmage to 33. Flag down.
Flag.
High kick. Nice kick. Warren takes it back to his own 30.
Line.
Breaks the tackle to the 41-yard line.
Josh Jones tripping him up.
Let's check out the flag.
43-yard line. But there is a flag laying back at the
This will be
34.
against the offense, I'm quite certain. An illegal procedure. And we'll see how Coach Bidwell of the Cadets chooses to play this.
Looks like they're going to force him to kick it again.
It's about a 38-yard punt from the line of scrimmage, and they must be thinking that 5 yards back, the Kramer will not be able to do that again. And I heard Coach Hennessy, their defensive coordinator down here to our right, over the headset saying, "Don't rush."
Set up the return.
So we'll see if their phones are working. In this position on the field, I think that's a good move right there, not to put a rush on and risk a penalty of your own and try to get a return.
2 minutes and 20 seconds. They could get this ball in fairly decent position.
It's a good snap back. Kramer's kick is not too bad. It's very high. Warren will fair catch at the 40 and
40-yard line.
Very close to where they would have been if they
possibly 3 yards
declined the penalty.
It was before. I believe he was up maybe the 43 before.
Looks like he may have had a little bit of room there to be able to get a little bit of yardage
That's what
on
I was
return.
thinking. There wasn't anyone within several yard markers. So playing it safe. 2 minutes 12 seconds. 7-7.
We'll see how the Cadets play this now with 2:12.
Bidwell wants to do anything different than just to run. McLaughlin, the big back, and he'll get it again.
He kind of slipped as he started
tackle
forward.
to the
He's
left.
still on his feet.
As he just keeps those feet moving, and he picks up, looks like 7.
On the stop for the goal. Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
A couple Monroe Central people are very slow getting up there, including Will Weddle. 2nd down and about 3. About a 7-yard pickup.
40 seconds.
That clock continues to run. Again with the wing, backs in the eye. They'll give it to the tailback. And a pretty good hole over there is McLaughlin, number 38. A big hole in a
Trigg or Jones.
first down across midfield, and FortFrye will spend one of their timeouts with 1:27 on the clock.
Well, Coach, I tell you that for a game with no passing, literally, this game has eaten up almost an hour, 50 minutes, 40 minutes. We were expecting it to go a little bit faster as the Cadets are really content just to grind it out on the ground.
Well, your second quarter here has went a lot quicker than the first quarter. Then, seems to be a lot of back and forth, several changes of possession with the punting game and a couple of scores in that first period. And that kind of slowed things down a little bit. But this second quarter, so you're going to be through here not too bad. You usually figure about an hour and a half.
I would figure, part of their game plan is to wear you down. As you can see, the Knowles getting up a little slower each play as tackling a guy the size of McLaughlin, 225 pound, that has to wear on you as the night goes on.
And just prior to that FortFrye timeout, I saw Weddle checking out of the lineup and being replaced by number 70, Tom Jones. And Jones will be in at the nose, and that'll move Knowlton out to an end and Shoemaker to linebacker. And Weddle's ankle maybe still just, not anywhere near 100%. And, possibly the Cadets are kind of taking advantage of that.
Yes. And possibly with a minute 27 wanting to rest him until after the half.
We have a whistle at the snap.
We have a flag on the play.
I didn't see motion, but
an encroachment call against the offense. Again, and that's just, my guess is someone on the offensive line, they're lining up in the neutral zone, and there's really no excuse for that.
Mistake, yes.
Ball on the Cadet 48.
And you've only done that a few hundred times since the 1st of August, and there's no real reason to not be able to line up properly. So 1st and 15, pitch to McLaughlin.
McLaughlin at right side, got some room, and he's going to be up to the 45-yard line.
The whistle's blowing, Los Seminoles pointing, and a fumble.
There is a fumble.
Monroe Central football.
Shoemaker at the bottom of that pile. I don't know if he was.
Shoemaker and Hannes both down there at the bottom, so, PA man says Shoemaker.
We'll accept it.
We'll go with
10,
that.
A minute 15.
So the second FortFrye fumble and turnover of the evening. And now with a couple of timeouts left, Monroe Central, if they're able to get a gainer or two here on the first couple of plays, may look at using some timeouts and trying to get on the board and taking a lead. We're still at 7-7. Kramer dropping the
ball
throw.
in the air here as we do.
He's under pressure. He'll just throw it away.
Throw it away as he's got a lot of pressure.
Side.
Pressure exerted over there. I couldn't see the ball they gave.
And number 75. I believe that's number. I believe it's number 25. Schwindeman was the person putting on a lot of pressure there. As he's the defensive end on the left defensive side of the Cadets. Second down. Kramer to throw again. Screen over here.
Jones got some blocks.
Tries to get outside. He'll be short of the first down across midfield. Clock running inside 1 minute now.
Meisel and Warren doing a good job fighting off blockers and
third
down before first down.
3rd and 2.
48 seconds and clock rolling.
Trying to hurry the huddle up there.
Inside of 40 seconds.
Twins, both sides. 3rd and 2. Direct snap to Kramer. They're going deep. He may have a man. Complete. Trigg. 10-yard line. Pulled down by number 41, Baker. Rob Trigg. And that'll stop the clock for a first down with 23 seconds left, and Monroe Central will spend a timeout.
What a beautiful play, as you can see that right in front of you. Trigg faking and going long, ball delivered right to him. So the Noles are in great field position, 23 seconds, enough time for a quick score here, Coach. Right in the position you want to be at this time.
Again, a nice job by Eric Kramer standing in back there with some pressure from his backside. And he's done some things this year that are really nice for any quarterback, let alone to a kid that's only been playing quarterback now since about the 1st of August.
Right. And probably had never thought of such a thing, all intentions of being the tailback, and looked on very deeply as receiving the ball and running the ball.
And even though the passing numbers tonight may not be exceptional, some big plays the last couple of weeks, some well-thrown balls, and some nice catches. And there's one, Rob Trigg just able to get behind everybody and make the catch. And they'll put the ball down about the 9-yard line. And again, I'm not sure exactly where we were at. That's around a 30, just over a 30-yard pickup on that. And you still have a timeout left, 23 seconds. So, you can also afford to run the ball play if you wish, or pass, and you hope to at least get a field goal out of the situation, but preferably a touchdown.
Hopefully a score here, is option being a big possibility.
Twins to the right with a single receiver to the left. Kramer under center, drops the throw. He's throwing a short one for Shoemaker. Sidesteps a man and out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Looks
just
like
shy. And importantly, they're out of bounds. John Shoemaker. He's very near the goal line, about the 1. There's still 15 seconds left and a timeout remaining for Monroe Central. They'll not use that since the play was out of bounds, and now they will use that. And I don't believe, as I look at Coach Sacosta coming out there, he didn't want that timeout.
Not sure he wanted that. Yeah, 15 seconds yet.
Somebody out there signaled timeout, and that's a mistake that you hope doesn't cost here, because now if you don't get in the end zone on a running play, you may not get another play. And that's not what Coach wanted since the play was already out of bounds. You know, somebody out there just not, realizing the situation, or thought they saw a signal from the sideline that they didn't.
And that ball looks like it's possibly on the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal on the 1. So lots of possibilities here, as in this situation, a lot of times, Kramer's the man. He's done it over and over and over.
And this is a tough play call right here, because if you do run the ball in the middle or something that doesn't get out of bounds, you're probably not going to get another attempt. And so we'll see. You may see a pass on this play or something real wide. We'll see what the play call is here. Now 15 seconds left, no timeouts remaining.
Down in that corner where I can't see much, so it's your call, Coach.
We direct snap to Kramer. He's going to run it in there and be stopped short.
He's stopped short.
And the clock's running with less than 10. Well, the clock stopped at 10 seconds. Now it's running. And 5.
Quickly trying to get to the line.
I'm afraid that's... And not able to get it off.
Not going to get it. As that last timeout, a big, big deal.
And that's a mistake by the offense there, not getting another play off because of using a timeout. And we're going to go to halftime.
Traveling hundreds of miles for physical, occupational, or speech therapy can be emotionally and physically draining and very costly. That's why Woodsfield Nursing and Rehabilitation Center now offers outpatient and inpatient therapy for all ages. Sports injuries may occur in any sport, and our licensed therapists are here 5 days a week. Occupational therapy is available to the elderly and to victims of work and auto accidents or trauma. Therapists work with a variety of ages and circumstances. If you or someone you love need help, call today. Jackson's Newsstand has something for everyone in your family. They carry a huge selection of balloons, gifts, and cards for all occasions, even personalized cards from Woodsfield. And it's time for school supplies and jigsaw puzzles, paperbacks, magazines, and of course videos. Enjoy one-stop shopping at Jackson's and save money too. Money orders are only 66 cents and delicious cappuccino just 69 cents. Pick up some groceries, sundries, lottery tickets, and jewelry. Services include UPS, Western Union, and copies. Jackson's Newsstand, much more than a convenience store.
John and Steve of Weber's Pharmacy were born and raised in our area and care about you and your family. Over the years, they've served our community with after-hours emergency service, quality products, and competitive prices, friendly staff, and that special hometown touch. With that same spirit of hometown pride, John and Steve wish the Monroe Central Seminole teams and coaching staff good luck for a safe and successful season. Remember Weber's Pharmacy for all your health care needs. You're not just a number at Weber's Pharmacy, you're part of the family.
We're back ready for the third period of play, which will have FortFrye receiving the kickoff from Daniel Cole. And before we get involved into the second half here, as we about had an accident here with the FortFrye camera crew here. But as I was going to mention there, that the West Liberty Hall of Fame inductions are Saturday at the West Liberty home game. One of the inductees into the West Liberty Hall of Fame is our own Coach Sacosta. And I'm willing to say that probably at halftime that he was not practicing his halftime.
No, I would say
his acceptance speech.
That probably shouldn't be the speech that he gives. But congratulations, Coach. That's a great honor, you know. And
he's going in with some very, very fine people. Short kick to Shoemaker at the 20-yard line, and he's got running room across the 40. They're about the 43-yard line, and once again, kickoff coverage has been a problem. And FortFrye in great field shape, great position at the 43-yard line.
Robert Muntz on the bottom of that pile. Shoemaker, Muntz, and several others, as he has good position here. 43-yard lines.
So that stand just before halftime by the Cadets, aided by some poor time management by the Seminoles, and enabling FortFrye to stay at 7-7. They're back to Schwindeman at the tailback position, and he has a good 5 yards.
Hadn't heard his number read too much at the end of the first half, but he picks up 5, and they give credit to Hannes and Dimmerling.
They've kind of alternated. First quarter was Schwindeman. Second quarter, it was number 38, McLaughlin, at that tailback position, and that's been about the only plays they have run. There have been different plays to the tailback, behind that big, strong offensive line.
Schwindeman, 185 pounds. He's 6 foot, and he's also a senior.
And they'll give it to Schwindeman again, and he's still going.
First down. They're running right over the back of Donald Hobb. That new kid, 5'11", 260 pound, wearing number 43, I believe, converted lineman, and they're content just to bring him 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and just run right over his back.
But it is a first down for FortFrye. The ball now in Monroe Central territory at the 44-yard line.
Again, straight up.
Again.
He stopped at the line, and he'll be back to Kramer.
He was stacked up at the line there, and then Kramer came and drove him back a couple yards, and he'll get a couple of yards on the play as his forward progress will take him to near the 42-yard line.
As that time, the Noles did a good job standing up the play, not allowing the Cadets to get that forward thrust. But they were able to pick up a couple. They're sending receivers to both sides, Coach. This may be something a little new here.
They spread some people out. Give it to Schwindeman, and he's hit and dropped. And I think the first
Dimmerling was there, but the first one, I couldn't see the number.
It may have been Josh Jones on a game by the linebacker there that made the hit and drops him back for a 2-yard loss back to the 44-yard line, 3rd and 10.
Cadets spreading things out a little bit and, kind of deceiving the idea that they might pass the ball.
Well, I think in a situation, too, Coach Singleton going to have to gamble a little bit with his linebackers. We see that Shoemaker is at the linebacker position now as Weddle's not in the game. And fake Warren wants to throw. He's going deep. And
overthrown.
His intended receiver was number 19, Stengel. Kramer was over there. So the first Cadet pass of the evening is incomplete. And the defense holds after a couple of nice gains by the Cadets early. And 4th and 10 at the 44-yard line. FortFrye and Shoemaker, who has done a great job kicking the ball a couple of times earlier, will kick it away. Kramer and Jones are deep. A little bit of pressure. He's angling toward the side. The ball is going to hit and roll inside the 15 and dead around the 12-yard line.
Good pressure put on there by John Shoemaker.
34 yards with no return.
9:20, 7-7. As it looked like at the end of the half there, Coach, that we really kind of shot ourselves in the foot, had a great opportunity with the ball on the 1, maybe 2-yard line, and not a good time management.
And that's where, he was talking at halftime, it's just very similar to 2 years ago here where the Seminoles were able to get in the end zone just a second before halftime, a very similar situation.
Quick hit up the middle. Jones.
Trigg the ball carrier.
Trigg.
Tackled by Tom Anderson, number 81.
15-yard line, a couple of yards by Trigg, 2nd and 8.
15-yard line.
But again, we'll see what kind of things that the Seminoles may come out with here in the second half that they didn't show the first half, so FortFrye could not make the adjustments. As they come out now with, again, 5 receivers wide, 2 to the left, or 2 to the right, and 3 to the left. Direct snap to Kramer. He's got some pressure, and now he's going to run to the outside. Cut back up across the 20 to the 22-yard line. He's very close to first down.
On the stop. Clark Whitaker, 6'1", 205-pound junior.
And he's going to get a first down. He's going to get a very generous spot, it looks like, from here, and that's good enough for the first down. But again, I'm not sure if that was designed run or pass. But you know, that once the receivers go downfield and take somebody with them, you know, then that frees up a lot of room.
That's one of the things with Kramer at your quarterback position, being able to run so well. You know, you spread the field out, and he's always a threat to tuck it in and pick up big yardage there, getting the first down.
Now this time we're in a little tighter formation with a wing, power backs. Fake to Jones, Kramer to keep outside.
The outside.
Running room. First down.
He'll have first down plus
35-yard line.
Picks up a first down.
That's just a power right keep.
Taken out of bounds, Justin Baker, number 41, and Meisel.
And Stengel.
Meisel, number 33.
Fake that ball in on the power, which has been a Coach Costas main play for a lot of years. And that defensive end, if he steps down in there and honors that handoff, or what looks like a handoff to the fullback, then Kramer able to get outside as he did there and have a lot of running room.
And once he gets in the open field, he's not an easy target to bring down.
12 yards on the pickup by Kramer. So first down from the 35-yard line. They'll come this way. Kramer to keep it back up. Still on his feet. 8 yards to the 43-yard line. So now some yardage, at least a couple plays here starting to come. And, you know, when you started deep about your own 12-yard line, you know, that's a long way to go.
Gain of 8, second down and 2. Monroe Central, 43-yard line.
Second and 2. Nippert in and Friday out with the play. Slot to the left. Jones, quick hitter right up the middle and has the first down near midfield.
By Justin Baker.
Baker, number
Jones picks up a first down for the Monroe Central Seminoles.
41, they gave credit. I had 64, but
the ball is on the Monroe 49.
First down. That's the biggest thing.
We see number 38, McLaughlin, going in defensively. And finally, someone coming out. I thought maybe they were going to play with 12 for a moment. Number 51, Kern, defensive end, is out.
Kern.
Again, now you've got people spread all over the field. Snap back to Kramer. He's going to run to the outside. This is the key.
Cutting it back.
A lot of running room. He's near the first down. He's pulled down by the deep safety.
He'll have the first down. Anthony Warren.
And he had the first down and then kind of retreated a step, and he may have lost his first down. Yeah, he's just about a half a yard shy. And now we'll take a look at it.
It may be close here.
But it looked like, you know, Eric may have had his first down as he tried to get some more yardage. You know, he may have dropped back a step, and that may have cost him. It's very close. And I thought when they signaled second down that, you know, that it was close enough to take a look at. And as we're looking at it right there, we see that, boy, that official has good eyes. He knew it was second down all the way.
By half yard.
Maybe a foot or so short. But that's second down and a foot.
Second down, less than a yard.
As the Seminoles once again, you know, moving the ball very well in this drive. It started at their own 12-yard line. And this being their first possession of the third quarter, and we're already halfway through the third period, inside 6 minutes.
5:55. 7-7 as of yet.
Ludwig comes in motion. Fake and nothing going to go. Kramer going to lose 6 or 7 yards back to the 47-yard line. And
several blue shirts there as faked the ball to several running backs and kept it.
Not a good play right there. Miscommunication, I think, there, and something messed up a little bit there. We're near the 5-minute mark. Third down and 7. Across the middle of the Shoemaker. Big gain, 30. 25-yard line.
He's down at the 25. Great job. We've seen that now.
That's 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. Yes, I was trying to decide. I know last week we saw that same play.
And I mentioned early in the game, it looked like one time there that Johnny was able to get off the line of scrimmage almost untouched, and I felt certain that we'd come back to that at some point later. And
this was a good
later
point.
was now. And
4 minutes and 50 seconds, and that's a big play. First down in good field position, 24-yard line.
That's about 28-yard pickup to Shoemaker on third down and long. And it's a big first down just inside the 25-yard line. Again, people spread out with 5 receivers directly to Kramer. He wants to run, and not much.
Down.
Kern and Witten making the play for a loss of 2 or 3 yards.
David Kern.
So that's going to call it 2nd and 13 back to the 27. And this is where a big physical team like FortFrye tries to dig in. And, we've seen Seminole defense of stands all year in this situation. And FortFrye, as we've mentioned time and time again, priding themselves defensively quite a bit.
Justin Friday into the ball game, bringing the play. He'll be wide out to the far side.
Kramer drops the throw. Looks like the screen. It's complete over here to Jones. Long way to go to get back to the line of scrimmage. He gets there and steps out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. That picks up about 7 yards. And they drop the chains over there with try to get out of the way with the play on that side. It's going to be 3rd and about 6. 3rd and 6. Knows the football just on the 20-yard line.
3 minutes and 38 seconds in the third quarter, as this quarter going extremely quickly. Another big third down play for the Noles.
Kramer to pass again across the middle. That's Shoemaker again. He is very close to the first down.
Depending on where they mark his forward momentum.
A good job by the defenders coming up there, and particularly number 33.
33, Meisel.
And that's very close to the first down. We're going to take a look at it, it appears.
I believe the nose may have it here. I'll just make a call.
We've got just a little bit of a bad angle here.
Yeah, we do.
It's going to be very close one way or the other. We'll see what kind of look we can get at it as they come in and set it down. The ball just across the 15.
Looks like,
just short.
Inches.
Just short.
Hopefully we can get a better forward flow this time, 4th and inches.
So a big 4th down play. It's the second 4th down situation the Seminoles have been in down there once in the first half of the ball at the 31-yard line. We saw the Seminoles decide to punt the ball away.
Well, we'll see what they do here.
This is a big momentum play right here, one of the bigger plays of the game thus far, as we're less than 3.5 minutes remaining in the third period. 4th down and a foot. Kramer under center will sneak it.
And he'll sneak out. He's got it.
He has a couple of yards easily, and that will be a first down.
The flow of the line able to get up a couple yards, first down. Big play.
That's strength against strength right there. Your big lineman against their big lineman, and see who's got the better push. And this time, nod goes to the offense. And that situation, you like your chances to move those guys out there enough for Kramer to fall forward and pick up the first down. Again, Kramer by himself in the backfield with trips right and twins left.
2:50 remaining in this third quarter.
Kramer, quick out here to Trigg. Tries to get to the outside. Not much. He's going to lose 3 or 4 yards.
19, Shoemaker. I'm sorry, Stingle, number 19. And they gave credit to Baker.
Call it 4 yards back to the 17-yard line. And so 2nd and 14. You don't want to lose an opportunity to get points here. You've been here before and not had a chance to score. First back, Jones.
Still on his feet.
He has the 4 yards of the lost back and maybe another yard to near the 12. It's going to be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9.
On the FortFrye 17-yard line.
Hole's toe could come into play here as 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. 3rd and 9.
Getting Kramer back. Single wing formation. Direct snap to Kramer. He's going the other way to Shoemaker. And that's a touchdown. John Shoemaker. Send everybody to the right. Bring your tight end to the left. And that's the third catch on this drive, I believe, by John Shoemaker. Seminoles go on top 13-7 with the extra point upcoming.
Well, we had to wait a good while for that. We were hoping to get that score right before the half, but 13-7 feels a lot better. A minute 28, and Cole's on now.
That's an 88-yard drive on your first possession of the third period and taking up most of the third period. Snaps down, kicks up, and that's a booming kick right through there. Two straight and true boomers by Daniel Cole, and 1:28 remaining. 14-7 Seminoles.
It feels much better now, Coach. You know, we often talk about a game of momentum, a game of flows, you know, and if you weren't able to punch it in this time, even if you had to kick it through, you know, we needed that momentum change at this point in the game. 14-7, even with a minute 28 to go in the third quarter.
The score is important, you know, even a 7-point lead. But, you know, people maybe get tired of hearing us talk about it, and of course everybody listening to us now know the results anyway, but you know, FortFrye normally is not a good catch-up team just because of the type of football that they play. Now when they get ahead and stay ahead, they can just, you know, take the time off the clock and can be very difficult.
Yeah, we're seeing now, you know, what they can do defensively. They're very tough. They've got some real monsters on that line, and they will come and hit you.
Yeah, conditioning becomes a factor because I was at halftime and it's rather warm. You know,
well, I'm here in shirt sleeves. You know, of course we're inside up here on top, but it's still rather warm and comfortable. So I'm sure everybody down there is very, very warm.
Daniel Cole to kick it. It's a line drive low. It's going to hit and roll, and Warren's going to pick it up at the 18-yard line. And he'll be dropped by Josh Jones, number 21. And that's what you like to see on the kick coverage, dropping him right at the 29-yard line. The big hit by Jones. And that's a lot better than last time when they were out across the 40, and we've seen that too many times this year.
Yeah, you don't want your defense to have too much pressure here. Get a stop here, get them before the momentum of their backs get moving. Here they go again.
Tailback, Schwindeman.
Oh, a big hole again.
And he's run very well and very hard tonight. He's across the 35, about the 36-yard line. That's going to be some 7 yards on first down by number 25, Jesse Schwindeman. 6 foot, 185-pound senior. And
you can't say enough about the blocking of Hobbs, number 20. I'm sorry, that must be 43. Donald Hobbs, 260 pounds, 5'11". And they just run it right over his back. Wherever he goes, the ball goes right there again.
And he's got running rooms. He keeps churning, just pushing people forward. First down.
There's nothing fancy about this.
Yeah, we saw this to start the third period, and then, you know, a couple gambles that paid off and put the Cadets in a third and long situation. And that's what you have to do, and you allow them on first and second down to get positive yardage.
We're at 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
They have receivers wide, right and left in a pro-I formation. And they'll give to the tailback again.
And he's stopped
not much this time. He's still not down, but his forward progress was stopped. Boer right there in the hole. Boer helping out. Only a couple yards on that first down play. And we're going to come near the end of the quarter, and there's 2-1, and that's it. And the officials, unlike a couple weeks ago that didn't see that, are aware. And we've reached the end of the third period. Monroe Central 14, FortFrye 7.
Bellwood Drugs is your locally owned full-service discount price drugstore. Call 472-0417 for 24-hour emergency service. We'll be here for you. Delivery and mail-out services are available. We stock wheelchairs, hospital beds, canes, crutches, and other accessories. Retirees ask Joe or Tom about our hassle-free Aetna prescription service. As a leader chain store, we bring you bargain prices on an assortment of products every month. Don't forget to bring us your photo finishing with 24-hour service. Bellwood Drugs, people you know and people you can trust with your health.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low, low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion dog food at big, big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
We're back, period number 4, ready to get underway, 14-7, Monroe Central. And we've seen it before the first 4 weeks, and no reason to think that this week would be any different. You know, it's a real dogfight.
Yes. They send a man almost here to the, and straight up the middle.
That's Swindeman again. He'll have some yardage to the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4.
Blocking the emergency gate. The license plate is YOB.
Spreading things out completely as they put number 19, Stingle, clear over here about 3 yards from the out of bounds.
And you wonder if the main reason is not, you know, knowing which side Kramer's on and trying to get him as far away as possible. You know, that may be giving too much credit to someone.
Send the man clear wide to the far side now.
Warren fakes, he wants to throw. He's going downfield and incomplete off the hands of number 19, Stingle. And he was open for a moment.
The ball was there.
And not able to make the play. Cadets 0 for 2 on the passing game tonight, I believe, as they'll punt the ball away with Hand Shoemaker.
And 4th and 5, Coach. You know, you wonder. It's easy to second guess, but you think the way they've been running the ball, you know, they're normally picking up 3 to 5. So it might have been better.
Hand Shoemaker's kick is not good as he slips to the ground, and he may have hurt himself as the ball's going to roll out of bounds over about the 24-yard line.
As he is
and
down.
Hand Shoemaker is down, and you know there's nobody near him.
Slipped on the wet grass, possibly.
And we're going to get a stoppage of play here as they'll go out and check him. And we'll get a stoppage of play.
As we come back in, we can see that Hand Shoemaker number 14 is up and okay. Looked like it might have been a cramp.
And he extended himself to punt the ball and come down, leg in maybe just such a position to put some stress on there.
And the heat of the night, you know, it is a little bit warm this evening, but more importantly, the Knowles have the ball here, 14-7, 11:07.
That's one of the main linebackers out of there for at least one play from the cadet defense. And kind of a slow developing play there, I believe, to Jones.
Yes, Josh Jones.
As Jones was back at his familiar tailback position, or what was his familiar position the first 3 weeks. And number 46, Muntz, appeared to be at the fullback. Muntz now checking out. As we'll go back with Jones at fullback and Trigg at the tailback position. Ludwig in the slot. A yard pickup by Jones on that first down play. A quick trap to Jones. A tough 3 yards to the 28-yard line. Already bringing up a 3rd and 7. Needing to get almost near the 35-yard line. It probably is closer to 7 yards needed for the first down. Just now, under 10 minutes remaining.
Checking in, bringing the play as Justin had 3 good catches in the last week's game. They had a nice time to get him open for a catch.
Kramer, keep. He's going to be hit after a pickup of 2 or 3 yards. Well short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. And Kramer will have to punt it away.
Meisel on the bottom of that pile, along with others.
This is a time for a good one.
As Kramer getting up slowly.
Anthony Warren will go back at his own 40-yard line. Kramer in punt formation.
They don't get any easier for Kramer as every week, you know, the scouting Gets more attention there.
It's a good snap. And the kick's a good one. Sending Warren back to a fair catch as he goes to his knees at his own 30-yard line.
On the 31-yard line, the Cadets will take over with 8:57.
Again, it didn't look real pretty, but it was about a 37, 38-yard kick.
It does the job with a fair catch and no return.
And just one guy back, it's almost like the Cadets not even interested in returning a punt, because he was fair catching that all the way as he caught the ball and went to the ground.
As he would have had some running room, as we saw the last time we kicked.
The clock reads 8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the game, and it's 14-7 Monroe Central. Cadets from their own 31-yard line. They'll give the tailback, and that's Schwindeman. And a couple guys have a hold of him, and they'll bring him down.
Shoemaker and Boer, I believe.
Boer.
On the stop. Help from John Shoemaker.
It is Boer and Shoemaker, as you called, Dale.
I cheated. I looked at the monitor that time. I don't very often get them right, Coach.
Pickup of just 1 yard. Does the spotter win credit for that call?
Yeah, the spotter, just run the camera.
Honesty compels me to report that she was right.
She was right.
Warren wants to
got the
throw.
ball.
He's going to be tripped and dropped for a loss.
John Shoemaker.
John Shoemaker makes the play, and that's a loss. And that's going to bring up a third down and long.
Looks like a loss of 4.
Warren trying to roll out and looks
like he was
throw the
keeping
ball
all the way. I don't know whether
14.
I didn't see too many developing open, although we've had some pretty good coverage on the downfield receivers. But 7:50.
Shoemaker back up in his position at defensive end, and looks like Knowlton has dropped back to a linebacker spot as I look around there as we play musical chairs defensively. And there's Shoemaker again slamming down in and getting a piece of that, and some help from others.
Dimmerling, and on the bottom looks like Jones, Tom Jones.
Shoemaker lined up at that defensive end position. He just took off hard down in there and was able to get a piece of that. And then a couple other guys there making good plays there, Jones being one of them. That's Tom Jones. So Hans Shoemaker will punt this one away. It's a nice kick. Kramer takes it at his own 35-yard line. Tries to get upfield and has some running room. He's got lots of running room.
All the way.
One guy to beat. It's Hans Shoemaker. He's got a bad leg. This is a touchdown.
You could see that one developing as he just cut back, and once he got by the middle of the field, it was wide open. 6 minutes, 50 seconds, Coach, and that's the one the doctor ordered.
65-yard punt return for a touchdown by Eric Kramer. Picked up a couple blocks, and once he got down the sideline, and once I recognized the other guy back there was number 14, and Hans Shoemaker's got a bad leg from that earlier injury, he wasn't going to catch anybody.
He was really hobbled.
And
he picked up a couple blocks. Maybe we can see it in the playback here, but
Daniel Cole.
Cole is going to kick.
So now 20-7 with the extra point coming up, and timeout Monroe Central.
At Respect's Food Market, we're proud of all we do. From our humble beginning in Woodsfield in 1929, we've grown to several stores throughout the Ohio Valley. We strive to combine the same small-town friendliness with the buying power of the chain store to give you, our friends and customers, the best of both worlds. And we take pride in our community, its people, and their accomplishments. We're proud to support all county schools and wish the Monroe Central Seminoles the best of luck. We're proud of all we do at Respect's Food Market, and Seminoles, we're proud of you.
Point after.
Back after that Monroe Central timeout. Kramer will hold. Tucker Roberts will snap. Snaps a little low, but not bad. And Daniel Cole kicks it and drills it. And all three kicks tonight by Daniel Cole.
Daniel just pounding the ball.
He's practiced a lot here recently, and he's done a great job. He's 3 for 3 tonight. So 6:50 remaining in the game. The punt return by Kramer. Extra point by Cole, giving Monroe Central a 21-7 lead.
And Coach, I tell you what, it is a game of momentum, is it not? You know, we at the halftime, we missed a chance for a score with a little bit of time control problems, and here we are with 21-7 on another situation where just quickly the ball 65 yards, I believe we said.
Something been waiting for during the year, that big play. We really had not seen, those, plays of 40, 50, 60 yards of any type. We've grown kind of accustomed the last couple of years to seeing Shoemaker and Robinson and Leisure and Kress and those guys make those big yardage plays, and we had not seen a lot of plays, of that 40, 50-yard variety, but Kramer goes about 65 yards on that punt return.
And you got to feel a lot better here with the 21-7. As you said, FortFrye not the type team that maybe can come back as quickly as some other teams like a Shadyside or a River. But I'm sure there's a lot of football left, 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Coles kicks into McLaughlin back to his own 12. He's coming up the middle. That's a big load coming up through there. He's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Looks like Boer had a piece of that. And Ludwig and Lentz also getting up there.
Quite a train to bring down. 225-pound McLaughlin, 6 foot, as he stepped back in front of Anthony Warren, number 1, and picked that ball, and he was bound determined to bring her forward. Good field position here.
But finally getting in a situation that we've talked about before, the Cadets not a big catch-up type team here. Down 2 touchdowns. They keep it on the ground to Swindeman. He'll get 3 or 4 yards across the 40. He's brought down by a bunch of people.
It looks like Dimmerling possibly on the bottom of that. They give Boer credit. And Ludwig.
4, second down and 6.
See number 50, Eric Rose, in at the nose guard position. They'll pitch again to Schwindeman. He'll be across the 45, very close to a first down.
Sam Hannes and Jones.
They'll mark him just short of the first down, 3rd and a yard.
5:50 remaining in the contest. Again, they'll send receivers both sides, Coach, and we'll see if they're going to throw this time.
Schwindeman, and he may not have even gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Boer and Shoemaker coming from their defensive end positions, closing down on that, but the hole was...
And on the bottom there is John Shoemaker.
Also on the stop.
But Demmerling and those other people in the middle of that line clogging up a hole, and that enabled the defensive ends to get there and make the play. No gain.
Certainly going to be some tired young men.
I think they're going to maybe take a look at it here. I think FortFrye has asked for a measurement, but they are short by maybe a yard or just under a yard, but they're going to take a look at it.
And you're not going to be able to see it there, but it's...
Well, that's maybe a little closer than we thought.
About a foot.
A little closer than we thought from this vantage point. And down 2 touchdowns, 4th down and about a foot.
Yeah, they've got to go for it here.
We'll go for this one.
And I'm sure they have to be confident that they can pick up a yard or a foot here as 4th and very short, 5 minutes.
Seminoles with 8 people up at the line of scrimmage in a short yardage situation. They give the ball to Hand Shoemaker,
and he's got a
big hole, and that's a danger.
That's the first time we've seen him really do too much.
That's a danger. You put a lot of people up there. If he breaks through the line of scrimmage, then he's a threat to break it, and he's able to pick up about 10, 11 yards on that play, and was pulled down in the secondary. But the clock will be stopped as they reset the chains with 5:02 remaining, and FortFrye down 2 touchdowns. Time is definitely a factor in this game. They'll give it to Hand Shoemaker again. And not much as he goes off his left side.
Kind of falls over his own man there, number 79, Jerry Carpenter, as he was stood up.
Hannes, defensive tackle on that side in on the play.
Those guys just don't get enough credit on that line as they're holding up the blocks and stopping that play. As again, they're going to send receivers on both sides.
They'll give fake to the tailback. Warren wants to throw. He's under some pressure. And Boer will have a hand on him. The throw is incomplete.
Coach Acosta and the coaching staff wanting intentional grounding, but He dumped that ball off before they got to him. I believe that was
It's kind of hard to call intentional grounding when you're hit and have somebody hold of you there. You know, that may affect the call a lot, but there was no one in a blue
Dimmerling,
shirt.
I believe, was
Dimmerling initially, but then Boer, I think, had the last hand on him, but there was nobody over there. But again, you know, you're not going to get a call on that very often. 3rd down and 7.
4 minutes, 14 seconds. Remaining in this contest.
Warren drops straight back. Go across the middle. Intercepted. Running room down the sideline. That's Knowlton. He's across midfield. Runs over his own man at the 30-yard line. Well, I'm going to tell you the truth there on that one, Dale. I think Denny was starting to run out of steam. I'm not sure if he was going to make it or not.
Denny, he was on the show this past week, and what a nice young kid. He gets an interception, and had his shot, will get the ball at the 30-yard line. That's the big play.
But Knowlton in the back at linebacker spot there, as we've not seen much
sure
out of Weddle.
Tackled him for us.
But he was trying to cut back. He got tangled up there, but that's a turnover nonetheless. You know, big play by Denny Knowlton.
Big play.
That may be the first interception he's had in his high school career.
Had a beautiful block last
So
week.
4:03 remaining. Monroe Central now will just try to hang on to the ball and run some clock. And they'll give it to
Jones.
He'll get some yardage inside the 30, a couple yards, and we get a late flag. And this is going to go against Monroe Central, back away from the ball, and it's going to be some type of an unsportsmanlike conduct personal foul call against Monroe Central. A couple Seminoles back there in the neighborhood. I'm not sure what happened there.
I didn't see exactly what went on, but
as soon as they take
costly at no matter. 3 minutes, 54 seconds, 21-7. As they'll step this off.
They'll send the word over to Coach on the sideline now, and I'm sure that, again, a situation with penalties that he talked about Thursday night, and not a lot of penalties thus far tonight, and just one turnover via the interception, and, you know, knock on wood, no fumbles yet.
Mental mistakes and turnovers can really hurt you.
FortFrye called timeout with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining, 21-7, Monroe Central. Wait.
No timeout. Misunderstanding. No timeout.
No timeout.
They said a misunderstanding is what FortFrye AD and Denny Band said. Obviously was clock not running because of the penalty. So FortFrye, they changed their mind.
Direct snap.
Kramer still on his feet. He'll go to the ground. He'll get about 5 of the yards back with a penalty. And now FortFrye will spend the timeout.
They just wanted to wait after that play.
I think there's no misunderstanding this time. This one's going to count. 21-7 Monroe Central, 3:42 remaining.
Westcourt Hair Fashion's new in name, but the same in advanced high-tech hair care products and services. Westcourt is staffed with 10 highly qualified technicians to serve their clients' different needs. Products sold only in the finest salons include Nexus, Paul Mitchell, Mercado, each with a money-back guarantee. To keep that healthy look all year round, 2 Wolf tanning beds along with the best tanning and skincare products. Call 472-5350 today to get a new you at a new name, Westcourt Hair Fashions.
FortFrye should have 2 timeouts remaining. 21-7. Coach Acosta heading back to the sideline. He's going to stop and visit with the official. Maybe a question about the earlier penalty. A lot of times you kind of wonder what you're going to get into at the officiating when you make this trip down here, Marietta, Parkersburg officials, but I think Coach Acosta really cannot be unhappy with the way the officiating has been tonight.
Been a pretty good all-around game as
Kramer drops straight back. He's going downfield, incomplete, and he may have thrown that away intentionally over top of Ludwig. Really nothing there.
Yeah, Ludwig had double coverage. The third man in the area, throwing it out of bounds, stopping the clock, 3 minutes, 36 seconds.
At the 38-yard line now with 4th and about 18 to go. We see the punting team coming on as they'll try to kick it away and get some yardage. And if you knock it down inside the 15-yard line, okay. If it goes in the end zone and they put it in play at the 20, okay. You gain some yardage and gain some time. Snaps a little low. Kramer's kicks away, and he hits it off the side of his foot, and that's going to be not even anywhere near the 20-yard line. They're going to come way back at the 25-yard line. And that's only going to be about 13-yard punt.
A lot of pressure coming in and ball coming off the side of his foot. Short kick, they're going to have good field position. But the biggest factor of the whole thing is the time factor right now with the 21-7 advantage Knowles.
Trying to angle toward the sideline, a lot of times that's a little bit tougher than what you think it is, especially with people bearing down on you. So it didn't work.
A big rush.
It did not work the way it was planned, but still, that's 13 yards that you picked up that FortFrye now has to gain offensively and use some time to get it. They'll be in the eye as they've always been. They'll fake to the tailback and nowhere to go.
A lot of pressure.
He'll step away. Now he'll throw downfield and overthrows his intended receiver.
Intended for 41.
Justin Baker. But Warren doing a pretty good job of stepping away from the pressure, getting outside. But Trigg was over in the neighborhood.
Anthony Warren's only a junior, 5'11", 155 pound. He's one of the co-captains.
And I still believe that FortFrye has not completed a pass tonight. That would put them up in that 0 for 4, 0 for 5 range, I believe.
Yeah, only once really did he throw the ball that should have been caught possibly. It was here on about the 45-yard line here in front of the bench and dropped.
Again, there you go with the pro set. And again, fake the tailback.
The ball tipped up in the air, knocked away.
The ball was deflected up on the line of scrimmage.
Nippert knocked it away.
Stengel was the intended receiver.
I didn't see who knocked it away at the line. On this side could have been Shoemaker, possibly Hannes. A number of players, but tipped incomplete. 3:16, 3rd and 10.
We see now Nippert up playing a defensive corner and Friday at safety as Kramer, as I'm looking there, appears to have moved up to a linebacker spot with Jones. There's a incomplete, intended for Stengel again, and Ludwig there had a hand on it, and if he could have gained possession, he would have been to the end zone again. But not to be. 4th and 10, the 3:10 remaining and down 14. And FortFrye again appears to be sending a punting team on the field as 3 passes misfire. And this might be an indication if this is in fact a punt. We'll wait and see here and make sure it's not a fake. But Shoemaker will kick it away. It's a very short kick. Will hit and roll about the 45, make it now the 43-yard line. And that may be an indication that the Cadets have conceded with 3 minutes remaining.
It'll be under 3 minutes, 21-7. I would say you can pretty well start up the buses.
Put them in the red building for me, thank you.
Told me at halftime that both Channel 7 and Channel 9 had cameras here.
Yeah, we saw Channel 7 camera here. A local boy, David Holly from Bellsville, graduated from Bellsville, is a videographer there.
And I'm sure they made a stop across the river at the Bellsville Waterford game also. And
I'm
they
sure
could
that's
almost
a big contest.
They could be excused for not making this long trip. But they get out both stations and covering a lot of games. 3 minutes remaining. Kramer will give to Ludwig.
Ludwig,
his first carry of the night.
They had me.
And that may be a first down carry.
I believe it is.
By
on the,
Daniel Ludwig.
Tackle by number 32, Josh Quimby and
Quimby on the stop. As I was totally faked out. I was looking at the ball. I think Jones up the middle and Ludwig. First down.
Yeah, for the 5th week in a row, as FortFrye is going to spend a timeout, but for the 5th week in a row, it looks like another tight ball game, but it looks like Monroe Central will again come out on top.
Well, Coach, each week as you continue to win, that's going to make us 5-0, getting the halfway mark. They just get harder and harder. You're looking ahead at some real good ball games. Next week we have at home.
We're at home next week. Waterford will be in town. Waterford has a couple of wins this year. Now we'll be homecoming, and always hope for good weather and parade.
I believe next week we have the alumni band also.
Alumni band is supposed to participate in the pregame ceremony and honor the 1976 undefeated team. So a chance for a few extra people to be around, and they'll come to see this 5-0 Seminole team. And hopefully that over the next couple of weeks that we will be able to find a little bit of a breather somewhere. Waterford has only 2 wins. They'll be 2 and 3, I'm quite certain, coming in. And the following week at Shenandoah, and they'll probably only have 1 win. So maybe we can finally get into a situation
where you might get a couple halfway easy.
We'll get a,
but you never want to look over anybody.
I'd like to get a breather and get some of these younger kids in the game who've not been in on a Friday night thus far this year and have fallen victim to a couple cancellations from JV time. And this Monday, at last count I had, there was no JV game scheduled for this Monday. Just give me a moment and I'll check on that.
Hand off. Trigg
to the 40-yard line.
5 yards.
And FortFrye will spend their last. Yeah, FortFrye will spend their last time out. 2:38 on the clock.
Okay, our man, Junior Woodland.
I said I would check on that during that break, and I did. A rescheduled game. I see Denny Bain steals my thunder here, announcing that to the crowd before I get a chance. The JV game on Monday will be at Union Local. FortFrye not fielding a reserve team, not making the trip, at least on Monday night, and Coach Wendland making some calls this week and able to get a game with Union Local at Union Local Monday night. So these kids will get a chance to play. Barring a big rain that somebody doesn't want to tear up their field, which is understandable.
Well, there's some big games coming up. You got Frontier here in a few weeks, and of course Bellsville. Ending it up with Bellsville, that's always a big game, and that's a game that will be on Channel 7. We're finalizing all of that, and the details will be upcoming, but it will be on Channel 7 on Sunday.
We see Eric Rose has entered the game at center as Denny Nolan has checked out there, and I know Denny's been struggling with a sore shoulder this week. Here's a big game by Jones, and he's going to be in the end zone.
Jones is in the end zone. I do believe Anthony Warren.
Yes, he is.
Beautiful job. That's
40-yard run. Josh Jones breaking through on that, and in the paper tomorrow, this one's going to look easy.
Yes.
But, it's been anything but.
But up to the halftime, it was anything but easy. Josh Jones, just tremendous speed once he hits the hole.
And maybe
Cat quick, and he picks up 6.
Maybe a case of conditioning here, even though FortFrye was some tremendous size, maybe just a little better condition,
a little bit.
On the Seminole side of the football, as we appear to be very strong still.
229, Cole.
I think Daniel's 4 for 4.
Beautiful job. He's found the middle of that uprights. 229, he drills it through 28.7.
Before winter stops you in your tracks, stop by Monroe Tire Center, 314 Mill Street. You'll get top quality tires with fast, dependable, and courteous service. We have computerized balancing and four-wheel alignment specializing in front-end work, including shocks and struts. Our service also includes brake work and free brake inspection. We carry a full line of quality tires and are able to supply most brands you may want. Custom wheels and batteries also available. Whether it's new, used, or retread tires you're looking for, stop in for all your tire needs. For honest, dependable service, call Monroe Tire Center at 472-5188.
Hey, our man. And Coach Jeff Stevens. We're getting some press time down here at Beverly. We wish we could pipe it down here for them as our public address announcer giving Channel 6 some recognition.
Cole, low rolling kick that's picked up back there by Baker, and he'll be dropped at the 35-yard line. Looks like Eric Rose along with John Cecil on the play.
And as you were saying there on the break, maybe we can get some young kids in, and we have some white shirts coming out.
68 Tucker Roberts as the whitest jersey.
You don't lose much with Tucker Roberts. Tucker, a big boy. Tucker is a 5'10", 210 pounds, only a sophomore.
As long as the other team has their first offense in, it's really hard to put very many, backup kids in defensively. And they'll pitch the ball to Schwindeman, and Boer will be over there and make the play.
There. Possibly a yard, maybe less.
Looks like Boer making the play there and getting an assist from Demmerling. We're now at 2:10, clock running, and as we mentioned earlier, when FortFrye punted the ball away with 3 minutes remaining, it appears that they have conceded, and at 28-7,
it's over. Well, Coach, a lot of things coming up. I want to mention again about tomorrow, Saturday, as Coach DaCosta being inducted into the West Liberty State College Hall of Fame. It's really quite an honor. It's quite an honor for our coach and his family, and we really wish him, congratulations for that.
Warren will fake and be on his feet
And he's going to hit his first pass.
Looked like he
Number
tried
80.
to call time out there, but they have none left. And defensively for the Seminoles, number 73 is Josh Dalrymple, another freshman, seeing a couple plays of action here. The play going out of bounds and stopping the clock at 1:31. Also going out of bounds. They'll give to Schwindeman off the right side. He'll get about 5 yards. Jones and others.
Put him in the ball carrier. Jones and Fuller on the stop.
As the clock continues to run.
8 of 4. Second down.
Number 73, Josh Dalrymple, into the action, freshman.
You know, if they'd give the ball to number 43, that blocking back, it would fool everyone.
It's a refrigerator, eh? Just rumble.
Schwindeman again, he stood up just shy of the first down. I see Roberts and Kramer getting up from the play along with Jones. 3rd and 2, 35 seconds remaining.
And the clock running.
And FortFrye in no hurry to even try to get to the end zone. And this very well could be the last play of the game. As they'll give to Schwindeman, as they have done all night, and he'll move the pile forward inside the 35-yard line, stopping the clock with 14 seconds left as they'll move the chains for the cadet first down. As I mentioned earlier, on the news on Friday night and in the Saturday and Sunday newspapers, this one's going to look easy, but it was
Like a
anything
biggie.
but.
Yeah, at halftime, you had no idea which way it was going to go. But
the clock is going to expire as FortFrye will not get a playoff. And the final score, Monroe Central 28 and FortFrye 7.
Well, Coach, quite an evening as the second half finally turning things around and getting the score back in the original position. You know, we had a big play by Eric Kramer, a big play by Josh Jones to bring this to the 28-7 mark. And as you said, it'll look easy, but in the paper, but it wasn't that easy this evening.
Right, the big drive to start the third period, 88 yards, with the touchdown pass to Shoemaker, and then the Kramer punt return and the Jones long run. And 28-7, the final score. Seminoles on top again, and this should keep them very near the top, if not at the top of the OVAC Class AA, and also very near the top of Region 19.
Very tense at this time, 5-0. So that's the most important thing.
We'll try to check on that and update you next week.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot. Another great job. You know, for the coach here, Jeff Stevens, this is Dale Eddy, along with my wife, Joanne. And we're going to see you next week at home. It's homecoming, Waterford coming to town, and it's a big evening. We got the alumni band, lots of things. You want to make it out for some exciting high school football.